Hello everyone, JoRaSe here, and this time we are going to be working in Blender to get some more models into Gamestudio. And I figure this time we can go to one of the actual moving models and just kind of see how that's going to go, because there are a few key things we need to do with those. Next time we will hit the prison tower and get some of that moved in. But for now, let's go ahead and do one of the characters in the game. And I'm figuring we do the female character, mainly because that character is the first in the list. So let's switch over to Blender and we will get started. Okay, so here we are in Blender. And Blender over here, and Gamestudio Model Editor over here on this side. And what we're looking to do is open up our model. And I had it preloaded into the recent files list. So we've got our model, and we want to export it, so we're going to go File, Export, FBX, nothing different so far. Now we want this to be the 6.1 version. And we don't want lamp, camera, or empty. And we do want animation, we do want all actions. We don't want default take. Everything else is going to be fine. So now that we've got that tended to, we can go ahead and hit Export FBX. And it tells me that due to the scale, it may or may not work. We'll test it over here and just see. So we're going to go to File, Import, FBX. Want the character film, and got the mesh. Got the main armature bone, which is this one down here. Doesn't really do anything, so it's fine that that one got tossed. Everything else is included like it should be. Then we've got the texture map. We've got one default scene, which is just one frame. And then we've got the actual animation, 120 frames. That's what it should be. So we can go ahead and hit OK. And OK again. And this is just telling us that we're using a armature based deformation animation method. So animating it via vertices is not possible. Those two methods are incompatible. So we hit OK. Here's our model. Let's go ahead and turn on animation and just verify that everything works. It's extremely slow, but everything does seem to be in the animation. And that little jump at the end there, that's nothing to worry about, because that's just it flipping back to the first frame, which has the just the regular standing position. Now what we need to do, we can see the names of these animation frames aren't really descriptive. So we need to go into Object, Manage Frames. And this is going to let us rename the frames. So for this one, default 0, we're just going to call this Stand. And we'll put a 1 just because. And now these need to be renamed as well. So this one's going to be Walk 1. And then we're just going to carry it all the way down. Let's see, can we... There we go. It has a level of intelligence to the software that we can just type in our scene name and then whatever the first frame identifier number should be. So if I was to change this, or if I was to select all of them and rename it as Slow Run 1. Now watch, because each one will have a correct sequence number after it. So Slow Run 1, Slow Run 2, and on it goes. I don't want them called Slow Run, so I'll rename them to Walk Run, or Walk 1. And you want that space in there. It tells the software that the number isn't attached to the frame name. So with that, we can close out here, and you see down here in the frame name window, it now has Stand 1. And if we play, you can see it going up right here as it should. All right, so that is fixed. We can now save this model. So we'll go to Save, and just use the same name, Character Film. Make sure it is MDL7 and hit Save. All right. So that's one of the character models. I think we've got enough time here to go ahead and do the second one. So let's do that. I just opened up the other one here, and we're gonna go to File, Export, FBX. We want the version to be 6.1. Don't need empty, don't need camera, don't need lamp. Want the animation. All actions, do not want default take. Alright, so we can now hit the Export FBX button up here. And let's go into Gamestudio. Want a new document here. So we're going to import FBX character mail. And it's showing the same thing as before. Got the model, got the first animation, bone removed. Everything else is the way it should be. Got the texture map loaded, got the default frame, and then the armature frames, or the animation frames. So let's go ahead and hit OK. And it loads it in. Get the same warning, but everything's fine. And now let's play this animation. Yeah, everything's slow just like the other one, but that's fine. And you'll notice this one has less frames total, but that's because on the other one we had so much additional stuff going on. We had the dress moving along with the walking and just stuff that this one doesn't really need. So we left it out. Alright, now let's fix these frame names again. Go to Object, Manage Frames. I want to rename this to Stand 1. And now let's get all of these selected. And we're going to rename them to Walk 1. And again, that lists every other frame just like it should be. And let's go ahead and close this out. Everything is fixed here. And you can see if we move it faster than the program will, the walking animation does look right. So we're going to have to increase the speed in the coding. But as far as the model itself, everything's fine. So let's go ahead and save this to character. We're going to do character mail and make sure it is MDL7, which it is, and save. And there we go. That is both of the character models moved in, which is pretty much what we were looking to get done this time. So, that said, I'll see all of you in the next one. Hey everyone, hope you enjoyed the video you just watched. If you did, right here, let's move my head over, there we go, right here is going to be another video in the future for the next in this particular series. And over here is going to be the previous video in this series, along with a subscribe button down below it. So feel free to give that a hit, and be sure to like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't. And let's see. Oh yeah, be sure to leave a comment. I'd appreciate knowing what your thoughts are. Until the next one, everyone.